Look out the window. Go look out the window. Go look out the window. You looking out the window? Go in the back. Go back. Go back. Go back. We are at Grand Canyon, just up the road, but I couldn't stop without getting a picture of Smokey the Bear and Oscar. Busting that Smokey the Bear! Us! No, you can't be afraid. It's Smokey the Bear! He's our friend! Hey guys, and happy almost August! I know, right? So welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. This week, what I want to do, and not just this week, but I really want to spend some time, again, Crafting with Lola and Oscar is the YouTube channel. And thank you for all those who have been subscribing. I see my numbers are going up. I really appreciate it, guys. But this week and the next couple of videos, what I want to do is I want to take a little time and start making some Christmas cards, doing some designs, and hopefully, I can get a few orders here and there. But what I want to do today is I want to talk about this particular die, which came actually in a couple of sets, but we're going to work with this one today. But then now I'm using a different format, and I'm hoping my camera's going to pick everything up nicely. But this is the Poinsettia. I'm going to do a series of cards with this one as well. And I think I might also do this one. If not, I'll do something else Christmassy. But for the purpose of this particular video, we're going to work with this die here, which is called Ring Out Those Bells. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of things of the ones that I've already actually pre-colored and designed. And I'm going to also show you what alcohol markers that I used to color them, in case you're wondering. Okay, so I do use the Crafting Companion, the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, and that's what I used. So I did 3 different designs, and we're going to put together a couple of cards. I'll show you those. I've already done a lot of pre-work so that it won't be a very long video because, after a while people are like, okay, I'm done with you, Lola. This is way too long. So I'm working on trying to get it a little bit shorter and not taking up as much time. So let's take a look at this die. Now the die comes with ways that you can cut out. You can either cut the whole die out, or you can cut on this side only or on this side. And this same die is also a smaller. So there's a die and a stamp. So you have a large die, which is right here, and a large stamp, and then a smaller stamp and a smaller die, as well as it does have some sayings that's really cute. Joy to the world, sending Christmas cheer. Let's see, what does that say? Something Christmas jingle. I can't see that. And then this one says ring out the bells. So really cute die. Let me show you what I've done with this so far. So here's one that I've done. I think it's very pretty, and I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to the camera so you can see. And again, I'm using my phone tonight, so I'm going to see how, hopefully this comes out well. All right, so I used also some Glossy Accents on that, and that's this group here, Glossy Accents. Hmm. And you can get that. I know I got mine. I think I got mine from like a Michaels or something like that. I can't remember where I got that from. Um, Let me take that off so you can see better. Let's see if we can get that off. There we go, Glossy Accents. Okay, so with this particular die, and again, what I did is I used both of the dies to cut it out, as you can see. Let me see if I pull this back a little bit more. I think that's good. And then let me tell you the pens that I used for this one. So I used the floral dark red, the citrus blend. Okay. And that's what they got, that little yellow part in there. Then the naturals from the natural collection, I used the ice gray and the exotic pine green. So if you like this, what you see here, you might want to screenshot it. I mean, this is going to be on YouTube. I'm not too sure. But if you like this color combination, I'm going to leave that there for a few seconds. Maybe you can screenshot it and it'll tell you the colors that I used for this particular one. Okay. All right. So then the next one, so we put that to the side. The next one is this one here, which I think is very, very pretty. It's non-traditional colors because I like non-traditional colors sometimes Christmas. I mean, you know, the red and the green and all, that's great, but I just kind of like this. I thought this one was very, very pretty, as you can see. Yep. So this one, a lot of colors. I'll leave that one there too so you can kind of see. On the exotic, again, talking about the Spectrum Noir pens, we're talking about these pens right here. Okay. Tri-blend, I'm sorry, yeah, Spectrum Noir tri-blend pens, and they have a light, a medium, and then a dark nib. And that's how you get the shading. But what I'm going to show you, I'm going to do one so that you can see. Anyway, Alpine green, gold yellow. Under the floral, you'll see the dark green, orange, citrus. In the woodland collection, I used the gray brown shade, and that's what I used to do the little belt, as you can see right there. And then I use a tri-blush. The tri-blend brush, I use the burnt orange blend. And what I mean by that, because they have different types of pens, and these are the brush pens. Okay, so I use one of these. Okay. Alrighty. So that's that one. So we'll put that to the side as well. Okay, and then the next one, and this is the one that we're going to actually do a card. Actually, two of them I'm going to actually create a card. But I just kind of wanted to show you this one. Just show you these is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So there we go again. And then this is golden yellow, purple, the purple and the lavender, as you can see, the two-tone there. The dark red, which is used for the berries. The ice blue, which is that little band right across there. That's what that is about. Okay. And then let's see, ice gray blend. That's this part right here. And then the woodland is the pen. I'm sorry, the leaves. Okay. All right. So that's that. So you're saying, well, can you show me, but how do I create that? So let me make sure I got the right one. Okay. So here are my pens. What I like to do with my pens, and this is just, you can do it any way you want, but I tend to, so I can remember, if you notice on my pens, I put what collection they're from. See where this says woodland, floral, coral, and then that's how I store them. I keep them in their little containers and all. Let me, can I go down? No, I can't. Okay, that's natural, floral, and, where's it at? Oh, and exotic. Okay, so all these pens, these are the pens that I used to do this one right here. So, now of course, I don't have a little one, and I meant to have one right on hand. For some reason, which has been okay. So here is. Oh, okay, we're gonna use this one. Here it is. All right. So remember, I told you how it cuts out. There's a smaller die. Here is a smaller die. Here's a smaller one. Here's the larger one. Now I'm going to just briefly do this. I think. And hopefully I can do this by looking in the camera. So let's do the bells, okay? So what I use for the bells, make sure I get this right, is I use this exotic pen, and it's the golden yellow blend. And you know what, I used something else on this one, I thought. You know what, I think I did. I think I had some citrus in there, but maybe not. But we'll just do that. So normally what you do is you start out with your dark, medium, and then you go into your light, and you cover it up with your light. Now again, I'm going to see if I can do this. I'm going to turn it this way. Okay. Just so you can get a general idea, I go in the edges. Now you can do this however you want, but you want to go dark to light because it's blending, right? I just want to show you this. Hopefully I'm doing this in the camera. I'm sure why I can't get this to zoom in. Alright, so that's my dark, right? Then I'm going to come out and open up my medium. Okay, see what it says medium? Just a little bit of medium, and I'm going to pull it out from into into the dark. Just a little bit. Okay, and then I'll take the light, which is a shade right here. Ooh, we gotta focus. The light. Okay. Okay. And then I'll go back and I'll do some more light, some more dark. A little bit more. And then I'll go back over, do a little bit more light to blend it. And then what happens is when this does dry, it'll blend nicely. And then you'll get this look here. Okay. Now you're not going to always get the same thing because remember you're doing, depends on where you put it. So that's how that basically, how that goes. Okay. Now with the leaves, and I'll show you a little bit with the leaves. I won't do it all. I mean, I can, but I have some more I want to do as far as this. So what I did was I took this. Now this one is the from the Woodland, and it's the green, jade green collection. Oops. All right. So then I just went around the edges. Okay, I did a little bit, a little bit here, a little something like that. Okay, then I go back and put a little bit of the light. I think I have the wrong green. I do have the wrong green. I'm so sorry. It should really probably be the coral alpine green. Well, that's okay. Let's see how this is going to look. It's going to look a little different. I'll do another leaf. Okay, then we have the yellow. I had the wrong. Oop. Yeah, light. So we'll do the other leaf. And I don't think I can. Okay, so let me show you what. So I had the Woodland when I really should have had the exotic one. So let me show you what that looks like. And we'll do it on this one right here, which is actually a bigger leaf. I wanted to really look more like this color, this shade of green. So that's a oops. Okay, so here we go again. I was doing it, I thought it looked a little weird. All right, we'll come down a few little pegs here. Now we'll do the medium, which is always in the middle. Okay, and then we'll cover it up with the light, which is this one here. Okay, and that's how you get that. Now you could also put some yellow in there if you wanted to lighten it up, to blend it more, to make it a little bit lighter. But that's how you get the leaves. Okay, so that's generally how the pens work. Okay, so now I did make a little boo-boo on that leaf, but that's okay. We'll let that go. But I just wanted to show you how I did some of the coloring. So now let's look at some cards. And the first card I actually want to do, and I want to go ahead and do the one that has this pretty die cut on it. Now I've done all the pre-work, so right now all I'm doing is actually putting this card together, and I want to show you some of the things that I've done so far. So I'm hoping, again, I'm using my phone this time, so I'm hoping that everything will stay within this area here. So, pretty cool card. You have some paper that is already pre-cut. And it is, why can't I make this smaller? I can't seem to make this smaller. Oh, you know what? I know maybe I need to do this. Okay, there we go. I think that's better. Anyway, there's some paper by Desire. It's a part of Crafter's Companion, and they have these pre-cut cards. You know, different types of cards. So this is one of the cards that's it's just literally just pre-cut. And then I took a die and I cut it out. I made some panels, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I put a couple of little doodads on here, and then I also cut a piece of acetate. So I'm going to go ahead and put the acetate on here because I want it to be like a window. And the snow, I got some snow. Now, one thing I always like to remind people, if you have acetate and it looks filmy, see how filmy that looks? There's a protective covering on it. Sometimes it's very tricky. It's hard to find which side is it on. So I always tell people when you mess around with your acetate and you're trying to figure out what side is the plastic, don't do it in here. Always just kind of go towards the end of something and towards the end. Now see how it came up right there? So the protective film was on this side. Because if you scrape it, you don't want to mess up your plastic, your acetate, you know. So by doing right on the very, very end, you can tell where the plastic is. So when you pull this back, as you can see, then the acetate becomes very, very clear. Yeah, ta-da! Just like that. All right, so I've already put down some double-sided tape just to expedite things. We're going to go ahead and put this card together so you can have a general idea. I didn't do any, I'm not doing any measurements or anything like that because this is a pre-cut card. And again, I wish I had the thing, but I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, if you go on to Crafter's Companion website, or you go to HSN and just DIESIRE or something like that, and they have all these different types of cards that's already pre-folded and pre-scored. You don't have to figure it out. It's already made for you. I like those kind of cards. Okay, so let's flip this over. I'm going to go ahead and take off the double-sided tape. I'm going to try and take off the double-sided tape. And we're going to put this card together. Now, what I was saying was I didn't really go into scoring and everything like that, and telling you the measurements, because I use all the cards I'm making tonight and just kind of putting together so you can kind of see how you can use the die. They were all made from cards that were already done. The only thing I did was cut the panels. The panels were like 1 inch, and then you just kind of mat and layered. And what I mean by the panels is I'm talking about on this side of the card here. See, I've already cut all that out and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in acetate. Okay. Whoop. I had to be quiet when I do stuff like this so I don't mess it up. Alrighty. Got a little bit. Alright, so now the front is all done. Now you know you can always clean it off before you actually place it down. Alright, so let me tell you about the inside of the card. So we have this all done, and what's going to eventually happen is this is going to go right here. Okay, so that's the last little piece that we're going to actually put together. But I want to talk about the inside of the card first. So what I did was, from Crafter's Companion's newest collection, they have a Christmas card collection. I'm not card. What is it called? Twas the night before Christmas, or Twas the night, or something like that. And this is from their paper pad, and I just cut it down. And as you may or may not can see, I put on the tree some glossy accents. I also, and I think you can, yeah. And then I also used a little bit of the snow, which I think is pretty cool to give it some texture. Okay, and that's that snow that you can also get from Crafter's Companion. So at this point, what I'm going to do is the card literally sits down just like this. Now, I could put something on the inside. I'm not too sure if I really want. I was thinking about trying to find something, you know, some little bling, but I think I want this to be the focal part of the card. So we're just going to go ahead and put the card together, and it goes just like this. And I'm not going to use glue. Oops, sorry, you can't see. Let me just trying to. All right. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape for right now, because that is the easiest thing to do. I'll turn it to the side. And again, tonight I'm working with the Crafter's Companion Ring the Bell die. Let's see if we can get that up there again so that you know what we're doing. The Christmas card designs. Just creating a couple of designs with the stamp and the die set from Crafter's Companion called Ring Out Those Bells. Again, if you want to please go back out and subscribe to the channel Crafting with Lola and Oscar. We love to have you there. Ring the bells. Put up a little note if you'd like. I appreciate you. And then also, I post every Friday or Saturday. Just kind of depends what's going on with me. All right, so don't have any double-sided tape. Here's some. I'll just put down. It's not the thickest, but that's okay. It'll work. I'm gonna put it. Ooh, now one thing about this paper. See how it just kind of that got kind of yucky. So let me. I want to definitely put it on the ends because I want it to stick. But this paper is kind of. I don't want to say cheap. I'm trying to say cheap, but you know, once you put it on here, it's on here, as you can see. All right, I'm only gonna put 2 pieces. I'm gonna flip it around. Okay, and I can't remember what I want to say diorama. If I'm correct, this particular card is called a diorama. If I'm wrong, y'all, don't hold it against me. I always like to tell people I am not a professional crafter. I just do this. I don't know. I just do it to do it. All right, so we have that on there like that. Okay. And because it is not the best quality paper, I'm just being honest, we'll make sure that your tape is on there good, and then go ahead and pull it off. Okay. See how it's kind of coming off? Uh-oh, let me turn this around. I'll use my pokey tool. And then I just take this and, flip it over there. No loss, no foul, right? Is that how they say that? No loss, no foul? Foul? No, no loss, no foul. Foul. I don't know. Thank you everybody who watched the video from my cross-country road trip. It was amazing. I will be finishing the videos, putting up a video about what the videos from it, all the different clips. And I've been working on it this weekend, and come to find out, I realized it was way too long. So the road trip in video form, I'm gonna definitely have to do that in a two-part series because it was just too long. All right, so we have that like that. Again, we have the, as you can see, the glossy accents, the little faux pas. Now, I could have put some more snow to make it a, I could have actually put more, but, that stuff is getting everywhere. It was getting everywhere. All right, so now I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Hopefully I don't get too much static. And then I'll just set this. Now, I think the easiest way to do it is just do one at a time. Okay? All right. Because once you stick this down here, man, I'm telling you. And I always want it to be even. I want it to be perfect. But sometimes it's not. And I know this. All right, let me see if I can. All right. And I'm going to turn it because I'm worried about it being even. And the thing about these kind of cards, they fold flat and they'll go in an envelope. So now I'm just going to. Now those little red things, I don't have them on permanently. I just put them down temporarily. See, you can see how they kind of move. That's not a big deal. They have like a little temporary glue on them. No big deal. All right. So as you can see, if you want to ever mail this, it'll just lay flat. You just have to kind of bend it and it'll lay flat. Okay. All right. You got to kind of work with it, but it will go down. See how it goes down? Now with the acetate, it's a little bit more challenging, and you might want to actually create a box. But this is how it sets up now. Let me move the camera so you can kind of see. Yeah. So that is really cute. Okay. And then what the next step would be is to put my little bell here. And then I was going to put a little greeting right down here in the corner. But for right now, just for purposes of this card, so that you can have a general idea, I'm just going to stick a little bit of maybe temporary tape on it. Okay. And I did have a greeting, which I got to see if I can find. Okay. And we'll stick that on here. And again, I'm using a different camera setup today. So, sorry about that. Let's see. Because, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. What happened was my doggone laptop, the battery died. And I was like, I'm trying to film this thing. All right, so we have this here. We'll just put this going down the side. Up a little bit. Like that. Okay. So we have that like that. Okay. And then the next thing, and let me see, is before we get to the back of it, okay, here we go. Now this isn't quite the one I wanted, but you could put a little, this is purple, but don't worry about it. It's just so that you can get a general idea. This is from one of the stamps that came in, some of the wording that came in the stamp packet. It's called Ring Out the Bells. So I'll just restamp that and maybe, put it red. And then you could put that, maybe even like that right there. Something like that. Okay. And then and what we can do also is I can readjust these. and put them on more permanently. But I just want you to be able to get a general idea of how this stamp looks. Now, where do you write on it? Where? Oh, I don't get it. You know, it's cute, but what? So, what I like to do, especially with um, these diorama cards, I absolutely love, and I like to, I should say, is I'll take another piece of paper, 6x6, and the same paper. Now I'm not going to put anything on this yet because I'm going to die cut a sentiment, or I may stamp the sentiment. I'm not too sure what I want to put on it. And you guys know, if you're ever watching me, you know sometimes I don't put everything on the card directly because at the time I don't know what words I want to use, and I'm just doing it so you have a general idea of how to put something together. So this card, I'm going to actually find an appropriate sentiment, and this is going to be stamped on here. And I'll probably also emboss it to make it really, really pretty. And I'll probably still put the snow on there and put some glossy accents like we had talked about before on here. But where does this go? This is literally going to go right on the back of the card, just like that. Yeah. So it'll be on the back, which I think is pretty doggone cool as well. All right, so that's this particular card. So you have a general idea. We'll stick that there, and then once I decide what I'm going to actually put on the card as far as the sentiment, then I'll go ahead and put that on permanently. Okay, this is a lovely card. You can also make a really, really cute box with it if you choose to. And the great thing that you can, or the best tool to make a box is with your box or ultimate boxer thingy. And what's the word? There's so many words, crafters companions. But anyway, you know, you can make a box. Oh, if you know how to make a box, make a box. Yeah. So that's that cute card there. I hope you liked it. Okay. All right. So that's that one. So let's go to the next one. All right. So the next one, I want to. Where's my? Oh, we'll go with this one. All right, so here is this one. Now, remember, I told you guys I don't particularly like using, let's see if I can get this going down. Okay, there we go. I don't particularly like using traditional colors for Christmas. I just don't. So I thought, this is like, how sometimes you can see doorbells. You know how people put the bells on their doors and everything. So I found some paper that was in my stash. Oops, what's that? It was in my stash that looked like paper, but it looked like wood, but it didn't have the grainy feeling of wood. So I found an embossing folder that was like wood, and I ran the paper through the embossing folder, and then that's how it got the cracks in it, and you can feel it. See, you feel it? Pretty cool. This particular card is the same thing. It's just from the same packet of the Desiree type cards, but I made a desire. I want to say desire. I don't know. And I made this one. This is actually going to be an easel card. All right, so it'll sit up like that. Let's see if I can get this going right. I can't. I think this will be the last time I use my phone because for some reason, which has been known to me, I cannot make this smaller. I don't get it. What am I doing, y'all? Oh, okay. Guess it has to be like that. Sorry. You're seeing my whole get up. All right. Anyway, so this is going to be an easel card. Here's that die again. Okay. I don't know what sentiment I'm going to use for this one as well. So that's why I haven't actually put a sentiment. I just cut to, just some matte and layering. I'm going to color this again to match this theme here. Okay. And again, the stopper is going to actually be this part right here because I'm going to put some foam. I'm thinking about putting foam. But the focal part is this part right here, which I'm going to actually lay down so that you can see better. And I'll bring the camera in some more. Sorry, guys. I'm experimenting with this camera situation because like I said, my iPad had died on me. All right, so we have this pretty thing here. Now, with this one, I want to use some actual foam pads on this. I want to bring this up some. So I'm going to use, and I'm actually I think I'm going to layer it up a little bit higher I really like that. So I'm going to use a couple of these. Ooh, uh-oh. All right, so we need a piece right here. And then I'm going to put a piece in the middle. Now you could also put it on a piece of foam. And I had it right here, but of course I don't have it. Oh, here we go. Get you any kind of piece of foam, something like this with a ball tool, and you can actually. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. And you can actually, give it some, you know, movement. But I'm just gonna put it on foam pads. I'm not gonna do that because I was afraid I was gonna mess it up. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I was like, I'm gonna do that. All right, we're just gonna do foam pads. You can always email me if you have any questions. Remember, you can always email me right there at danielslola35 at Yahoo. If you don't want to comment on the YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, or if you like to even order some cards from me, they will all be personalized and handcrafted. Um, Obviously handcrafted. Send me an email at danielslola35 at yahoo.com, and I will respond. I sure will. All right. So again, I'm just putting 2 pieces of foam on this so that it'll really sit up really nicely. And again, this paper was paper that looked like wood. Again, it looked like wood, but it didn't have the texture or the feel of wood. So that's why I ran it through the embossing folder, through the Gemini, and then I got that nice texture. So I'm going to set this up because to make sure I want to put it on right. Push this back, pull the camera up a little bit. Let's see. Can I get that? Okay, there we go. So I want to make sure that it's going to look right. Okay. So we want that to be about right there. Now see how nice you got a lot of space underneath that. I love that. Oh, I love that. I could have put some more right there, but I think that's good. And then we're going to do the same thing with the, oh, did I use all my pads? Oh, I got one left. Oh, thank you. I had some double-sided tape on this actually, but I like the idea of it actually sitting up. All right. And then we'll just sit that about right. Ooh, wait. Right there. Yeah, I love that. That's pretty cool. And a lot of people, again, they're not really into the, okay, so there we go. They're not really necessarily into, what do I want to say, traditional Christmas, the green, red, they're really not into it. Some people do like the more natural. So if you have a friend or anybody who likes the natural colors or different, different colors, this is a good concept here. All right. So this eventually I'll have this setting up on pads too, because remember, as an easel you need something to make the stopper. So by putting this part right here with some foam underneath here, some foam pads, then it's going to cause it to sit up nicely. Okay, so this is and then I don't know really what I want to stamp here yet, so that's why I haven't done that. Again, I just wanted to show you guys, give you a general idea of what some of these stamps, what you can do with some of the stamps. And let me show you let's see if I have that on here. I think I do. Yeah. I'm a little nervous. I better not do that because I don't want to mess up. I've been having some problems with this system. So anyway, it is the Crafter's Companion die and stamp set. It's called Ring Out Those Bells. And that's what we're working with here, the bells. All right. You can get them from Crafter's Companion. You can get it on HSN if it hasn't sold out as well. I'm not too sure. All right, so that's the second card. Again, this will just sit down nice and flat, See how nice that is? This is about like a 6x6. And then I haven't put anything on the back, and I probably won't put anything on the back. But I just really, I love this little card. I just absolutely love it. I think it's really pretty. It's very natural looking. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, and then the third one um, is using, uh-oh, oh, using this one right here. So let's go ahead and put this one together. So this is the purple one, which I think is pretty too. I like this one as well. All right, so what I did was I took a card, did a couple. So this one's a little bit more detailed. What I wanted to do with this one was I found a stamp that I really liked, and I have doubled, tripled actually embossed this, as you can see or may not can see. You see how thick it is? And then I took some purple, one of the pads. I don't know. Let me see. I think it was this color right here, the Spectrum Noir Pale Fig, and then I just actually took a dauber and just kind of just put a little bit of color across there. Okay, so that's that. We're going to use some ribbon, some really pretty lavender ribbon for this as well. And I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down again so you guys can see what I've done with this. So the first thing what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put the ribbon across. And sometimes I don't do this as well as I would like. So this may not go over well. I don't know, y'all. I'm going to try. Oh, I got the wrong one. Here we go. This is the one that I already have the double-sided tape on. All right, there we go. So let's put this here. And I want to position this. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing I don't like about the ribbons. You know when they put them around the little thing to store them? You get that line. I hate that. Ain't nobody trying to iron no ribbon. But I hate that you always get that line. So you almost have to pull it as taut as you can so that the line goes away. But I don't know. We'll see. So let me put this on here. So I try to put where the crease is, at least so it's going over top of the card. Oops. Let's see if we can do this. All right, we'll do it like that. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Now, one thing I've learned when you put double-sided tape on ribbon, I used to think, oh, I'll just put it on here. But then you see you see the tape on the outside of the ribbon. I hate that. So I'm not doing that anymore. All right, then I'm going to flip this over. There we go. Is that straight? All right, so now I can pull this up. There we go. And then I'm going to just kind of try and do one of these numbers here. And again, trying to get it as straight, as taut as possible. And then the double-sided tape is in here. Now, all right, so there we go. So we have that part right there. Now, when we get to the inside, there's some options. You can put some more paper there because that does kind of look kind of ugly. But let's just deal with the outside for right now. So on the outside, what's going to happen with this one is, I hope that means it's not too loud, is that I'm going to take this and we're going to just actually put that right over that, just like that, which I think is lovely. I'm not going to put any pads in it. I think it'd be too much. I just like leaving it just like that. You have that kind of hazy thing going on there. Okay. But before we put this down, I think what I am going to do is go ahead and go to the inside. I just did some matte layering, nothing special. Here. Now, a lot of times, you know how you see the matte, you see people like to square off the mattes and the layers. That music is too much, y'all. I caught myself. Sometimes people like to just square the matte layers, just make it just squared. And I thought, that's kind of boring. Plus, I wanted to use this other little die. Remember where I kind of started doing that? This one here. So what I wanted to do is I actually off-centered it. Okay, and I'm going to put it actually like here. Let's see if we can, again. I'm sorry, I have to keep adjusting. iPad. All right, let's see. I hope that didn't come across my video. Well, if it did, I'm sorry. Because I'm using my phone. All right, so let's see. So I'm going to off-center this a little bit here so you can still see some white. Okay. And what I'm not going to use double-sided tape because I need some movability just in case. Okay, just in case it's not quite right. So I'm going to actually use some of this Collal glue, which I really absolutely love. And let's see. All right. And the thing about this glue is you don't want to put it on the very edge because if you put enough on, it'll kind of spread out to the edge. And you don't want it to go outside because especially if you're using like glitter or shiny paper, man, you get this glue on there, your paper is all messed up. All right, so I'm going to try and put it, and then if you notice, I'm kind of going back over it so I don't, just in case I make a boo-boo. All right, so that's enough, really. I ain't trying to glue. What am I trying to do? All right, so the whole idea here is to get this off-centered, but yet have a little bit of white. Man, did I actually do that perfect? No way, man. And I want to move it down a little bit. Okay, yeah, I like that. And I have a little bit more white over here, as you can see. That's perfect. Wow, I can't even believe I did that. What? All right. Now, remember what's going to happen is you got all this space here. This is going to go right here. The correct one that's colored correctly. Not that one. I blew that, y'all. All right. So we're almost done. Again, thank you guys for watching. And then remember, you're watching Crafting with Lola and Oscar. These are the dies that we're working on. Please go and subscribe to the channel. I love. Oh, I put the wrong thing on there. I just want to put the white one here so you can see it. All right. And then this one would go right here, just like that. You could bring it down a little bit. Yep, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut this one the same color as this one. And then this one would go on here. And again, I'm just going to put a little teeny bit of tape. Okay. This one would go about like right here. Let's see. Like that. Yeah. Now you could use I could have used a darker ribbon, a thinner ribbon. I'm not too sure. I was kind of experimenting with this one. But then that's this card right here. So basically all three cards, let me see if I can now put this where you can actually see them. We'll put one there. Let me see if I can pull this out. Okay. Then we have this cute easel card, which is this one here. Then again, still working on the words. And then last but not least, the diorama, which I absolutely love. Let's see if I can get this in the shot. Let's see. One more, right? And then we have the diorama, which is this coming off? All right, which I love this one. I think this is a pretty cool one here. All right, so there we go. Okay, and that's all these cards were made using this particular die set from Crafter's Companion. Okay, thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to pull this off the stand. Try not to put my finger in it. And then so you can get a much closer look at what's going on. You can see the snow inside. Yep. And then this one, again, I love because it has the wood texture. I love that. I think it's so pretty. This is your easel card. And then this is just a simple, I don't know, 5x7 turned the other way. So I'll show you the insides again. Okay, so we have the inside there. Okay, like that. Love the easel. The easel, remember, I have that sitting up on pads, so you have that dimension, as you can see. Use a card. Folds nice and flat. And then our diorama card, which is really cute. I'm still going to make some changes here and fix this little part right here. I may put a little red ribbon there, but I don't know. I think no, because you got a red ribbon there. There's no need to have two pieces of red ribbon. Yeah, but I love this one. I think this is my favorite one. Okay, and then remember on the back. So when you do these cards like this, um, whatever's on the inside is really your focal, and then you just become very creative with doing something with the back of the card. And you put your message on the back of the card. Okay, which I'm going to eventually put that on there. So that's it, guys. Thank you again for watching. I hope you like this series of cards, Christmas design. And next week, let's see if I can put these all up so they're sitting upright. Next week, I think what we're going to do some more. I'm going to be working with some more Christmas designs. Either I'm going to do, I'm thinking about doing the poinsettia that came in the collection. That's this one that came in the collection. That's really pretty, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm thinking next week we may do this one. But either way, it will be a series. I am going to be doing a series of cards, different designs, Christmas cards. So you guys take care. And again, thanks for watching. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.